Where's Francine? Francine's question, which of your videos did you have the most fun filming?
What do you got, Jimmy?
I seem to remember a video for Something More off the Drops of Jupiter album. Not that it was fun. Remember we were in that burning hot desert in Phoenix, but we all got to dress up as characters, and it was kind of a cool video. Personally, I don't really enjoy doing videos. Like, it's a lot of sitting around all day and waiting to do like a small scene or lip sync to the song. You know, it's not very musical to me. I'd rather be on stage than making videos or doing photo shoots.
Lip syncing, not musical.
Yeah.
Where is Patricia Clarkson? Your new single is called Angel in Blue Jeans. Other songs of yours were written for or about certain people in your lives, like Drops of Jupiter was inspired by the passing of Pat's mom. So Patricia's question is, the new single Angel in Blue Jeans, was it inspired by or written about anyone special in your lives?
You know, the devil descendant. And so I'm always very acutely aware of what I have. And so whenever I write a song, it always has her in it, regardless of if it's conscious or subconsciously. And so the song is really about being in a dream and trying to get to that perfect person and then waking up with her. You know, and you go like, wow, after all of that crazy, weird dream, it became true in the end, you know.
It's such an awe.
Okay, where's Caitlin? Caitlin Clutter. Caitlin's right here. Okay, this is your OK Cupid question. If you could pick any two people in the world to have dinner with, living or deceased, who would it be and why?
What do you got, Jimmy?
Let's see, I would love to sit down with Jimmy Page and Daniel Day-Lewis. That'd be kind of
Good calls, dude. Super. I would choose my mom and my wife because they never got to meet. And that'd be a crazy fun dinner for me. And I tell you what, we'd have a lot of really good wine, and I probably wouldn't even remember it the next day. I'm a drunk.
Collins, where are you? Nancy, she was eaten by a lion and run over by a crappy purple scion, but why not slain by a train?
That's blasphemous. You don't get run over by trains. Trains are about love.
What's with the scion? No love for the scion?
Well, have you seen one? I rest my case. You know what's so funny is that Scion is actually made by Toyota, and Toyota hired us to play one of their private shows when that song was at its like highest point, and we were almost like, you know that's us, right? It's pretty funny.
Elizabeth Davis, if you could record a song with any artist or band, past or present, who would it be?
I would love to ask Jeff Buckley to be on a record with us, or write a song with him, or anything like that. Maybe even ask his dad to join in. What do you got, Jimmy? Anybody?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Man, you know, I read that article recently where they were talking about, like, Pat would be one of the only people that could possibly go on tour with Led Zeppelin since Robert Plant refuses to do it. And that'd be really cool to see. I'd like to see Pat sing with Led Zeppelin.
You know that I wouldn't give you tickets or anything. Dude, can I get backstage? No.
All right, where's Kathy Falk? If you weren't in the music business, what would each of you be doing? Don't say radio.
I have a passion for cooking. It's slowly dying because I'm never home to cook, but I would probably work at a restaurant at some point, or on some level, because they serve wine too.
I never think about that because, like, I never thought about it as a kid growing up. I always was just so focused on doing this, and you know, I never wanted to go to college or give myself anything to fall back on because I was afraid that I would probably fall back on it if I did, because this isn't an easy career to pursue. So I just, I can't imagine doing anything else in my life. Although now I have kids and stuff at home, so at this point of our careers, I would probably just stay home and spend my money and hang out with my kids.
The truth is if this didn't work out, we would be in traveling carnivals running those stupid rides wearing headphones with super long hair going like, dude.
You're not talking, come on.
Phil Chance wants to know, do you guys like to play pranks on each other or opening bands on tour? And the best prank pulled on you or you to another band?
You know, we leave a lot of we joke around a lot, like all the time. But as far as pranks go and stuff, we leave that stuff up to our crew. Our crew, like, they'll like, plexiglass each other into their bunks, and so when they wake up in the morning, they can't get out, like weird stuff like that. We've pulled some tricks. It's kind of a tradition when you tour with bands on the last day of the tour to do pranks, and I remember some good ones on the Maroon 5 tour. When we toured with those guys, we hired a high school marching band on the last night of the tour, and during one of their encore songs, like one of their ballads where it's just Adam singing with a piano, and we marched out on stage with a high school marching band. That was
and he's so competitive, he immediately was like, this is so lame, bro. Lame. I'm pretty sure it's not lame.
Fantastic. Debbie Love. Debbie wants to know, what is the one question...
Yeah, that's mine, and she's Samantha Love. Yeah.
Wow. His last name is Love?
Yeah.
They would like to know, what is the one question that you have never been asked that you are waiting to be asked?
You just got asked it.
Yeah.
What's it like being awesome? I don't know the answer. I don't know what that would be. I think every question that I could have wanted to answer has probably been asked, or I've gone ahead and given him the answer to it, whether he wanted it or not, or she wanted it or not. I think, at this phase of things, questions are more about like particular albums, and everybody knows whatever they want now that the internet is what it is. Like, there's nothing that we don't know about any of you. Like, I know where you live, just from the chip in your head. Like, that's where it's going.
And where's Teresa McSweeney? Whereas you get the opportunity to visit a lot of sites, what are some of the memorable places that you've gotten to visit?
When we were in Dubai, we saw the tallest building in the world, and you can't really, it's just too weird, to think about it if you see it in a picture, and then when you're there, it's pretty mesmerizing. There's a lot of that kind of thing. Like, what human beings do to one another is very horrific, but what we do when it comes to like architecture and art is kind of amazing. It's such a strange group that we are. But the Eiffel Tower, the Golden Gate Bridge is never going to be old. There's a place where when you're driving from Marin County over to the bridge, there's this turn where you see all of San Francisco and the bay and the bridge all at the same time, and you can never get enough of that. You could do that commute every day 4 times, and you would always be in awe of it.
Jeff Nisbet. Okay, you used the ukulele in Hey Soul Sister, which turned out to be the most downloaded song in iTunes and Billboard Song of the Year of 2010. Then you incorporated the mariachi sound in 50 Ways to Say Goodbye. Where did these ideas come from? They seem to be simple yet genius at the same time.
I'm taking you home with me, dog. I don't know where they come from, really.
The song kind of dictates that stuff. Hey Soul Sister, I think originally was written on a guitar.
Yeah.
And it was a good song, but it didn't, it was kind of when the ukulele came out, it made it kind of special sounding. We used on some of the early records, we used mandolin quite a bit. And it was never like, you know, oh, let's write a song around the mandolin. The song would be written, and then we'd try and figure out the instrumentation that makes the song work. The same, you know, if we use like a string arrangement on a song like Drops of Jupiter and a couple songs on the new album, it's kind of the song that dictates the instrumentation. There's banjo on this new record.
This new record, we use a lot of like goat sounds. And you'll see why when you buy the record. Because it's, you're usually like, oh, that called for a goat sound for sure. That's not true. Answer a question. It was really important. You really loved it, and then you missed it. It's fine. There was a check here for $10,000 for you, and we were like, here, Megan. And then you kept saying you missed it, and Jimmy spent it.
Where is Justine Penzino? Justine's a crafty one. Would you ever consider going to a fan's house and let them cook you guys a home-cooked dinner?
Is there going to be any wine?
We've kind of done radio things like that before, where they've done backyard barbecues, and we show up and they have like 300 of their closest neighbors who they've probably never met before.
Radio has done backyard barbecues, guys. Just saying.
We just we're actually all going to your house after this.
We get asked that stuff a lot. You know, people inviting us over for dinner when we come to town and stuff. We never have the time. You know, we have to. People don't realize when you're on tour. You know, they think, oh, they're in Minneapolis tonight. And like we have days there or something. You know, we usually wake up there that morning and do radio shows and press and you know, maybe a few hours to ourselves to get ready, and then there's sound check and, you know, dinner and meet and greets, and then the show. We don't really have time to actually leave and go have dinner with people, although we'd love to.
Okay, where's Lina? Linnea. This is a good one. If you could time travel, what year or time frame would you go to? Where would you go? And who would you want to meet?
I would go right to the Great Gatsby's house and chest bump him. He would be like, what is this chest bump? I would go to that era, though. My dad lived through that cool era that was like kind of the end of World War II, and things were like really starting to just boom, and it seemed like that was a magical time, even though it was probably incredibly difficult. There were a lot of hungry people, but there seems to be this never returning romance there that I haven't seen since. You know, that would be
Yeah, I like that era too. I always think of like the Roaring '20s. You know, when guys would wear seersucker suits, and every guy wore a hat when they went out, and women wore hats and dresses. And it's just it's a really cool time period that I wouldn't mind. I feel like a part of me was around then somehow.
And Joanne, who gave us about 800 questions. I really wanted to meet you. But it was worth it. And this is actually a great one. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
X-ray vision.
I would just want to I would want to be able to heal people. Just like, that would be amazing. To just be like, you're done, you're good. That would be, that'd be pretty cool. Way cooler than flying to me. But flying would be pretty awesome. You know what, I'm just gonna fly.
Flying with X-ray vision.
Gentlemen, the album is Bulletproof Picasso. The single is Angel and Blue Jeans.
Have you even heard it? Have you heard the song? Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Breakfast with Train.